Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Dead Man DZ's Kanji Study Streams. We have officially made it to day 100. In these streams, I'm going to go over a bunch of vocabulary words, usually 12 vocabulary words, from the JLPT N4 list, proficiency test, level N4. What I'm going to do here is go through each vocabulary word, go through each kanji in each vocabulary word, and go through each radical in each new kanji. If we see a kanji in a vocabulary word that we've already studied, I'm not going to go over it. But if it is a new kanji, I suggest that you, as I will also be doing kind of along with you, write it down 10 times each just to get some rote memorization for it in. And yeah, we'll go over the definitions, the readings, all that jazz. And if you need help with any of the stroke order, head on over to jisho.org. JISHO.org. Figure out any stroke orders that you don't already know. Yeah, with that, let's go ahead and get started. Our first one for today is tsureru. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Tsureru. 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 That's not it. This is tsureru, which means to take someone with one to bring along. We've already studied this kanji before, meaning to take along, to lead, to join, or connect, so we won't be going over it. But this is the same kanji in the word sureteiku, to go with someone somewhere. This is the verb, transitive form of the verb that means to take someone with you, to bring them along. An example of this is in the sentence, Natsukashi no Virginia e tsurete kaete okure. Carry me back to old Virginia. Yeah. Tsurete e tsurete kaete. Tsureru. Tsureru desu. Tsureru. 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 Number 2. Let's change to the next song here. This is a bit heavy. Number 2 is going to be muri. Muri desu. Something that's muri is unreasonable. It's an adjective. Unnatural. Can also be impossible. Forcible. Or forced. It's being excessive in terms of work. Also be a noun or an interjection. But it means pretty much the same thing in any case. Unreasonable, unnatural, or impossible. The tori. Ri, we've already studied before in ryori, which means logic or an arrangement. Mu is going to be our one. I think we've already studied it before, but we're going to go over it again just for kicks. Mu. Mu is going to be our onyomi is mu. Okani bu. And our kunyomi for this one is nai. And this means nothingness, none, ain't, nothing, nil, or nothingness. Mu. The philosophy of nothingness in Japan is kind of an important idea, which I don't get into philosophy on this stream, but just know that the theory of nothingness and the philosophy behind nothingness as a base form of the world is kind of a heavy idea. Look up some of the radicals. The underneath radical here is nothing, or is fire. Let's look up what the person or nothingness and fire. Yeah, it's just, yeah, the radical is just mu. Kind of a radical itself. Or nothingness. Uri. Uri no Ani. Uri. Unreasonable, impossible. Uri no mu. Together it means no logic. Having no logic, which means impossible, unreasonable, or unnatural. Uri. No logic to it, no reason. Uri. Number 3. Need a new number 3. Find one. Quick. 彼女壁壁を下がる。The problem is I've studied most of the words on the list. It's kind of hard to find one that I haven't. Kyoku. Kyoku. Oro. Oryo. Here we go. Yudori. Anyway, our new number 3 is stereo. Stereo is just stereo. 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 Number 4. Number 4 is sageru. Sageru. We've already studied this kanji before. It means below, down, or descend. And sageru is the transitive verb meaning to hang, to suspend, to wear. Decoration. Like an accessory, kind of. Also mean to lower, to demote, or to clear in plates. Sageru. Hang, to suspend, to wear, to lower, or... Since we've already studied this kanji before, I'm going to write down the entire word down a few times. And lower, to demote, to clear, to hang, or to... Number 5. 5 is kubi. Kubi is going to be our onyo or kunyomi. Our onyomi is going to be shu. Kubi is a neck or a head. It's also a counter for songs and poem. Kubi. If you get fired from your job in Japan, they say, you know, if you're talking with your friends and you want to say, kind of in a short way, that you were fired, kubi da. It was my neck. Kubi. Ubi or chu. Radicals in this one are something something on top of the eyes, or on top of an eye. Kind of looks like a head. It looks like a head with a hat on. Probably how I'm gonna think about it. Ubi. Neck, head, or a Ubi. Chu. Number 6. Six is Momen. Momen is cotton, the material. Can also mean the red silk cotton tree. Red silk cotton tree or cotton itself. On the left side we have mo or ki, which is a tree, and on the right side we have cotton itself, which is new cotton. We have white on top of a city, or sorry, white on top of a towel with a thread. And what do you make white towels out of? Threads of cotton. This one kind of speaks for itself. Thread on the left side of the kanji over white and towel is kunyomi wata and onyomi men, which means cotton. Omen no men. Thread. Towel. A white towel. One of very few kanji whose radicals make complete sense. Thread of a white. Honey. You know what? I'm tired of beats, Sonic. We're moving on to something a little soothing / mindless. Oh yeah, there it is. Omen no. As in Momen. Momen is cotton. Number 7. Seven is Peru. Peru des. Peru is literally just Peru. Peru. It's Peru. Number 8. Number 8 is Nuru. Nuru is to paint something. To paint, plaster, lacquer, varnish. You're starting to get the idea. It's kind of covering anything in something close to paint. Spread to smear. New radical here. Funny to. Going to be our own Yomi for this one, which means paint, plaster, daub, smear, coating. I'm gonna look up the top right radical is the only one I don't know. This is water over earth, but this right one I'm not sure of. Kanji means it's too much, surplus. Too much water over the earth is paint, plaster, daub, smear, coating. Nuru. 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 If you think about it, if there's too much water on the earth kind of gets saturated, right? Like it's completely painted with water. Nuru. Two paints, two plaster. Number 9. Number 9 is going to be Kisoku. Kisoku. Both of these kanji are new. And this is a rule or a regulation. It's a Kisoku. Our first kanji has one reading, which is ki, as used in this kanji. Is used in this word, excuse me. And this is a standard or a measure. Radicals in this are a husband or man on the left side, and on the right side, it's to see, or an idea or an opinion. So when your husband sees something in old culture, that was the standard by which you were going to use. Today, that's probably not in terms of the way we view men and women, but in olden times, back when these languages were created, man gets a look at something, it is a standard or a measure. Ki. Ki desu. Ki, a standard. Man gets a look at something. It doesn't have to be gendered. Just be any person gets a look at something. It is then the standard. Eat. Man meaning human. Male man. Ki. Ki desu. Ki. And our next one, hopefully it's soku. Next one, kunyomi is notoru. Onyomi for this one is Soku. And this is a rule, follow, based on, or model after. On the left side of this kanji, we have a kaoru shell or a shellfish. On the right side, we have the kana for ri. Together that makes rule follower based on. This is going to be one of those rote memorization ones because I can't think of a good way that a shellfish plus ri equals a rule or a follow. I guess money was the original kaoru shell, or they used to use shells for money. So if you want to think about a rule or follow on, money itself became a thing after using kaoru shells with it. How to work ri into that explanation, I don't know. Anyway, soku. Hokani no toru. Soku no toru. Rule. Follow based on or modeled after. Okay. Kyoku. And together we have kisoku, is a rule or a regulation. Kisoku. Kisoku is a rule or a regulation. Kisoku de. Number 10. Oh, on to the next page. Number 10 is just a single kanji, and it's kyaku. Kyaku is going to be our kunyomi, or sorry, only onyomi for this one. This is kyaku. Hokani kaku. And this is a guest. A visitor, customer, or a client. A visitor at a store is a customer. A visitor to a business is a client. Kaku or kyaku. Radicals in this one are a shape, or a roof, over, each, every, or either. Is this to scatter along with a mouth? Each, every, or either. You can go back to kind of American business practices for this reading. Every person that comes in the store is a customer. So each and every under the roof is a customer. Kyaku. Guest or a visitor. Kyaku. Guest, a visitor, a customer. Kyaku. Number 11. Number 11 is bungaku. Bungaku is literature. We've already gone over both of these kanji. On the left side, we have a sentence or literature itself, and on the right side, we have learning. So literature learning is literature itself. Bungaku. Study of literature. Bungaku is literature. And number 12 for today is going to be Doryo. Oh, Doryo. Doryo is a noun, which means a co-worker. A colleague or an associate. Doryo. On the left side, we have the same, agree or equal, meaning they work at the same place as you. And on the right side is a new kanji. Meaning, sounding like ryo, which is a colleague, an official, or a companion. Doryo is a... Radicals in this kanji are, on the left side, we have a person underneath a tent of a valley. Look this up real quick. Doryo. Person next to fuel used for sacrifices. Okay. Is a colleague, official, or a companion. Looks like this one's going to be another one of those rote memorization ones. Doryo. Doryo. No. Yo. Or a colleague, an official, or a companion. Doryo. Doryo no. No. Colleague, an official, or is in Doryo. Is a coat. Doryo, as in Doryo is a coworker or a companion. Alright, let's make sure we got all these right for today. We're going to go back to the top and make sure we got them all memorized, at least for now. Tomorrow we'll go back over them. And I do suggest every day everyone reviews at least, 50 other words from days before, just to get a handle on everything. First is tsureru, to bring someone along. Or tsureru. Tsureru. Unreasonable or unnational is muri. Lacking reason. Muri. Stereo is just sutereo. Stereo. To hang, to suspend, or to wear is sageru. Sageru. To hang, to suspend, to wear a accessory is kubi, or shoe. Neck or a head, and also a counter for songs and poems. Cotton as a material is momen, with a tree. The thread of a white momen is cotton. Peru is just Peru. Peru is Peru. Nuru is to paint with water and too much of it going over the paint. To plaster. A rule or a regulation is a kisoku. Man seeing something and making it a standard measure. Boku. Kaoru shell. Isoku. A guest or a visitor is everything that comes under the roof. Kaku or kaku. Literature is bungaku. Coworker, a colleague, or an associate is a doryo. Same. Doryo desu. Alright, thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good rest of the week. I'm gonna check out and go make some dinner, I think. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out. どうもありがとうございました。